I'm back like Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, baby. And today we're going to talk about what out of character play sounds like to people that aren't in your game. Now, I like to play Commander with Magic the Gathering. Got a zombie token right here to prove it. So, I'm down there at the local game store with some of my buddies playing Commander. Guys I've known for a long time. And one guy I didn't know, there was a new guy to me, had brought his sister. She's about 20 or mid-20s, maybe 24, 25, something like that, 23, I don't know. And she's sitting at the table and she's playing Magic, and the next table over, there's people playing their Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if it was, I don't even know what they call it, Dungeons and Dragons Society. I don't know. I honestly don't know what the name of it is for 5th edition. It was for 3rd edition. I'm drawing a blank on that one too. So, anyway, that doesn't matter. I don't know if they had a normal campaign or if it was that. And again, doesn't really matter. But they're up there, and I see these guys, different incarnations, different ones running the games, running these different games, playing these different games quite often, so that it does seem to be healthy, and for that alone, it's good. It's good. People are gaming, and they do seem to be having some degree of fun. A lot of them do seem deadly bored at times when I take a glance over there. And they constantly play out a character. Every great once in a while. I can only remember one time when I actually noticed, and I pay attention to everything around me, that these guys were. One of them was actually role-playing, and it was sort of bizarre to the game. And what he was playing was completely ridiculous. Like, it would definitely fall under the very bad idea of snowflake characters. Most of these people probably needed to have very, very basic idea characters. And that's not me trying to be mean. I know sometimes it sounds mean when I'm saying that. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to be serious. I'm trying to be real with it. You don't need to be way over here doing something oddball when the very basics are eluding you. So, it's just streams of bad jokes. I mean, if you want to call them that. And it doesn't look good. Okay. And that's from a guy sitting there playing Magic. Okay, so let's get that in perspective. So this girl, pretty girl, sitting there, and she's talking, and she's talking to me. I'm loud. I make friends fast. I know. You watch my videos. I seem like the biggest asshole in the world, I'm sure. But in real life, people tend to like me, believe it or not. And she's talking to me, and then she's kind of like looking over there and looking at them, and then she goes, she kind of leans in. What are they doing? What are they doing over there? What are they doing? And I looked over there, kind of felt sad even beginning to go down this topic. And if you've been a long time member of the Barbarian Horde, you know, we game like this. We game like this within the Ring of Fire. Available. DriveThruRPG.com. Get the best goddamn role-playing game that's ever been made. Made by your main man. But these guys, they ain't flame tending. They ain't stoking them creative juices. I know, because I played Magic quite some time there, and many times have witnessed this. And it's something I wanted to make a video about. I know a lot of people want to say, drop the barbarian hammer on them. Just go there and powerbomb one of them straight through the table, straight through hell for 1, for 2, and for 3. But in honesty, I kind of feel bad for them because I see where they want to go, what they want to do. And that, ultimately, that's where they want to be. They just don't have all the tools to propel themselves in the right direction. That being said, I really want to kind of walk you through this experience. And if you're sitting there, any one of the people who plays that style, and I hate to see that referred to as casual, because there's nothing that's indicative of making not role-playing or playing out of character to an epidemic level casual. You could play very, very casually while staying in character. Those are definitely not mutually exclusive things, being an immersive style player and being an out of character player. So, and I said, well, they're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and Because anyone, again, watching my videos know that I didn't have a super good feeling towards what they were doing to the hobby that I love. And she goes, "That's Dungeons and Dragons?" Time for explanations. Because again, I can't have someone who does have an interest, or might have an interest. We're talking. She likes reading fantasy, this sort of thing. Possibly somebody can push in the right direction, right? Someone that's creative, someone that's intelligent, someone that's looking at this and wondering why their conversation sounds strange. Now, granted, they weren't role playing. It's not. It sounds weird because it's Haydenus the elf badass warrior and Shaquan Bondagadan the halfling rogue of savage cannibalism. No, no, no. It's none of that. It's just nonsense one and nonsense two. Because why pay any more heed to that, to something that was basically completely out of character? And they probably overheard what I was saying because I don't talk softly. I wasn't trying to be mean to them again, but it's necessary to explain to somebody that's asking that sort of question that no, this isn't what role playing games are. And I began to explain, what they were doing, then what they were doing wrong. And then explaining to her what role playing is, getting that, talking about the tapestry of psychology, of breaking the mask, of putting it on, of looking out into this world of creation, of ethereal possibility that we're weaving in that gaming space. And explaining in character, explaining immersive play, explaining being a character here for that time, not just being way out there and barely knowing even what's happening or what's going on or how you're interacting or what it appears to other people who are looking at what you're doing and deciding. These people are very judgmental. That's not a bad thing. It gets a weird bad rap. It's a basic aspect of how the human mind works. It's psychology. But they're looking and they're judging. Do I want to do that? Do I not want to do that? Without even thinking about it. Oh, that looks horrible. I wouldn't do that. Why is their conversation weird? And again, as I'm explaining role playing to her, oh, this sounds cool. She's asking all kinds of questions. Oh, wow, you wrote these books? Yes. Yes, I did. Wow, that's great. That's cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That sounds fun. And then she looked at the table. Well, why are they doing that? Why are they just talking to each other and this weird conversation they're having? Those are words, right? And when you're role playing, if you haven't found a group past that step, if you haven't done more than that, if you haven't gone beyond the people who sort of derail games and it's just talking about what's happening in the game, not a description. Okay, we need to do this. This is happening. I need clarification. I need more information. I need direction. I need an explanation of how this looks or what's going on, or have a question about the season, the weather, the economy, the whatever. And instead, simply being engaged in it that way. Oh no, I need your character to come over here and do this. I need you to do this. Oh my hit points are down. Oh, I need we got to get that +3 sword. We got to do this and that. And oh, what was that again? Yeah. Okay. It's very different than getting in there and playing and describing with vivid imagery of what you're doing. And I can see how it could be difficult for someone to come up with all the right pieces and put them together. But all the right pieces are there. It's not difficult to follow, a step-by-step guide into what you need to do. You make a character, you play a character, you stay in character. And everyone else is doing that. You don't step on each other's lines, you don't step on each other's scenes. You interact in that form. And you're going to have people watching. Ooh. Ooh. I got a lot of views out there, people watching me role play. A lot. And it's not just me in the videos, it's loads of other great players, great game masters. So that's not the way I'm trying to put it over. But it's players, right? If I took a video and put this up, would anyone want to see it? Would anyone? I mean, maybe like a laugh, but would you want to watch people having what was described as someone who didn't know what they were doing, a very strange conversation, and not being anti role playing, not being anti that, but it was difficult, and I felt a bit strange trying to explain that was in fact a role playing game. Because in my view, was it? I mean, was it? Tell me in the comments below. Was that a role playing game? What are you doing? Well, where is the role playing there? Where is the role that you're assuming? Where is, and other than the most banally vestigial microscopic fashion, there really isn't much of a role there. It's just blah, and that just isn't what I want out of the hobby. And if I was the type of person getting embarrassed, frankly, I'd have been embarrassed by what they were doing. I certainly didn't want to put it over as an example to someone else who asked the question, what are they doing? Think about that. And think about this. Because that's what you need to be doing, baby. Woo, by God, you're a mean man.